Welcome to Mile High Reefers. I'm Scott Anderson, and this is my review of the Reef Glass Skimmer. When I first set up my 5-gallon nano tank, I hadn't planned on using a skimmer. There just weren't too many skimmers on the market that were going to fit in the rear chamber, and I didn't want a big plastic skimmer sitting inside the tank. And then I heard about a company called Reef Glass. Reef Glass was a brand new company that was producing the skimmer that I wanted for my tank. So I contacted them and asked if I could try one on my 5-gallon tank. Turns out Reef Glass hadn't even started selling the skimmers to the public yet. So they sent me a pre-release Reef Glass skimmer to test on my 5-gallon tank. My Reef Glass skimmer showed up well packaged and pre-assembled. When you go to set up your skimmer, you're going to have to provide your own air pump, airline tubing, and Skimmate collection vessel. I used an old jam jar. If you don't already have an air pump on hand, Reef Glass recommends a Tetra Whisper 20. I think now's a really good time to talk about how this skimmer actually works. So your air is going to come in through this valve. This valve is going to allow you to adjust the amount of air coming out of your Limewood airstone. So this Limewood airstone is what's going to produce the bubbles that create the foam for your protein skimmer. So the bubbles are going to come off your Limewood airstone, and they're going to travel up the body of your Reef Glass skimmer, and you're going to produce foam at the top of your Reef Glass skimmer. Your foam is going to kind of rise up here, and you'll kind of see little columns of foam move up and down this section of the Reef Glass skimmer. And then inside of this stopper is a hole, and the foam is forced out that hole because of air pressure. Remember, you're putting air in through the bottom of the skimmer, and it's got to come out. So that air is going to come out through this tube. Along with that air is going to come out the lightest foam, which is going to have all of that nasty skimmate with it. So that's going to travel down to your collection chamber, where it is effectively taken out of your system. Once the skimmer is installed, you're going to have two main adjustments. You can adjust the height of the skimmer and the amount of air going into the skimmer. A little trial and error, and you will find that sweet spot. If you can't mount the Reef Glass skimmer in a rear chamber, in my opinion, it is one of the best looking in-tank mountable skimmers on the market. Its glass construction means that it stays scratch free, and the column of bubbles looks really cool in the tank. The most important part about a skimmer is how well it skims. What you're looking at in this shot glass is what I produced in 4 days with a light bioload consisting of 2 clownfish and a clown goby. The skimmate is a little on the wet side, which is actually recommended by Reef Glass. A wetter skimmate will ensure that your Skimmate line doesn't clog. Cleaning the Reef Glass skimmer is a breeze. The internals are easily removed, allowing easy cleaning access to the body of the skimmer, along with all of the internal components. The only other maintenance that will need to be done on the skimmer is every month or two, the Limewood airstone will need to be replaced. I'm really happy with my Reef Glass skimmer. This Limewood air bubbler design means that I end up with a diameter of 1.25 inches right here, which means that it fits in the narrowest of rear compartments on the smallest tanks, which makes this an incredibly versatile skimmer for really small tanks. On traditional skimmers, you have a pump that has to be in the water, and that's what takes up so much room. On the Reef Glass skimmer, you have an air pump mounted externally that feeds into here, which means this skimmer can fit into really tight areas. One thing I will say is, while this diameter is 1.25 inches, the diameter on the mounting bracket's 2 inches. So if you want the mount to fit properly, you're going to need a 2-inch rear chamber. But as you saw on my 5-gallon, I've got 1.75 inches, so the bracket doesn't fit properly, but I'm still able to make the Reef Glass skimmer work really well. And because that air pump is mounted externally, it doesn't add any heat to your tank. which is a great bonus. The Reef Glass Skimmer is rated for tanks up to 30 gallons and is currently on sale exclusively with Premium Aquatics. To find out more about the Reef Glass Skimmer, go to www.reefglass.com, and they also have a full instruction page in case you buy one. You can go to their page and you can see how to set it up, what maintenance to do. Everything you need to know about the Reef Glass Skimmer is right there. So for me, I will continue to run my Reef Glass Skimmer on my 5-gallon nano tank. I think it's a fantastic skimmer. So thank you for watching this episode of Mile High Reefers. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.
Hey, that's my job. Thanks for watching this episode of Mile High Reefers. Like, comment, and subscribe.